No, Lance, you're not goddamn correct. Nobody elected you. The polling shows no one agrees with you. Your 12 buddies online. I don't care.
I just gotta be honest. I just don't really care to like collaborate with any other leftist ever again at this point. That's where I'm at, because they come on the show, they build a name for themselves, and then they build a bigger name for themselves, trashing us as if they don't know who we are.
I want to frame this clip, Sitch. I want to frame this clip and hang it in my living room.
Fat Brown Buffalo for $5 says, thank you, Chank. Says, I know many of you don't care for me and my co-host at TYT. We are currently at war with Lance of the Serfs. Please support us in this fight.
Oh, really? Is that true? Lance is going after him now?
Yeah, we can watch a clip of it.
Is that because of Anna Kasparian is going nuts on the trans people?
I don't know. I'll send it to you. Sean just retweeted some clip out where he says, not only did Cenk appropriately call out the serfs by name, but Anna Kasparian highlights exactly how weaselly Lance is by using TYT to grow his brand. Instead of vouching for it, he then abandons that to help with his own brand. Anna is right. Lance is just scummy.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
So maybe you don't see that, so you think like, well, what is Cenk so upset about, right? So they call us all these names and they feel super proud about it, like, we are more pure. So then I fight back on Twitter, and then all of a sudden they're like, how could you insult us? We were just, all we were doing was punching you in the face. No, that's a right-wing position. You punch, then you gotta expect that I'm gonna counter, right? I don't mean you kid tested. I mean, for folks who are out there, here, I'll name a name, Lance from the Serfs. He's on here all the time on the Power Panel, right? And he comes out and does this like video about how he's so correct and, oh yeah, the Young Turks, correct? No, Lance, you're not goddamn correct. Nobody elected you. The polling shows no one agrees with you. Your 12 buddies online. I don't care, okay?
Oh my God, I love this.
I'm 100%, he's 99.95% correct. Oh, I'm gonna correct him. No. So don't, look, you wanna say, hey, I don't agree with you? God bless. You wanna say, Cenk, you shouldn't say anything back because you're being rude? Come on, brother. Or
Listen,
I don't know what
I just gotta be honest. I just don't really care to like collaborate with any other leftist ever again at this point. That's where I'm at, because they come on the show, they build a name for themselves, and then they build a bigger name for themselves, trashing us as if they don't know who we are, as if they haven't worked with us, they don't know what our actual political values are. So I don't. Jake, I never want to talk about them again. I never want to address them again. It's a waste of time. There's important stuff going on in the country. Our personal drama with a bunch of leftists on Twitter doesn't matter.
All right, last thing I'm gonna say on it, because you brought it up, is that I'm not the kind of guy to back down. And just constantly saying that you are correct and I am incorrect is not 1% persuasive, not 1%. So sorry, that's my real opinions.
I want to frame this clip, Sitch. I want to frame this clip and hang it in my living room.
Hilarious.
This clip is amazing.
That's so funny. So is this about the trans stuff? What is it? What is it about?
Who cares? They destroyed Lance.
I mean, they did. You know. Oh, look at this. The Humanist Report replied, "This is fucking bad faith. When 99% of the left, and specifically trans people, disagree with you, and right-wingers and TERFs are cheering you on and retweeting you, maybe try to be a tiny bit introspective for 2 seconds. Lance tried to engage respectfully."
Who said that? The Humanist Report? The
Humanist Report.
That guy's so full of shit.
He's like peak neckbeard. So
that guy's so full of shit.
Yeah, because I went on Lance's timeline because I was trying to see like where was the origin point. Because yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's over the birthing person shit.
Of course it is.
Listen, these people are gonna bring about the whole, socialist revolution. They can't even fucking give someone. They can't even agree on birthing person without like throwing someone into the wood chipper.
Yeah, what was Marvin Yarvin talking about? How come there's never any left-wing factions? You ever think of that? No, I haven't ever thought of that because
Can't agree.
All I ever see is left-wing passions. Yeah,
Right.
they can't even agree on what to have for lunch. They
Right.
can't. Yeah, no.
Left-wing Cenk says left-wing extremists help right-wing so much. 66% of this country is left-wing, according to polling on policy issues. They don't believe in defunding the police or being called Latinx or calling women birthing people or abolishing prisons. Anyone who claims they do is lying. Interesting. So basically what's happening here is, I think it seems like Cenk and Anna are trying to go into the whole, like, we're just about leftist economic policies now. And they're finally waking up to the fact that the albatross of woke culture wars is just going to drag
their neck.
Yes, it's just going to drag leftists back to the bottom of the ocean.
That rotting, stinking corpse of that albatross you had to kill.
Right.
Couldn't just let it be. Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? You know who? Okay, so the tweet I just read you, which was Cenk. So the serfs replied by saying, the birthing person is an exclusionary term for trans men and non-binary people who give birth. No one is saying women can't be called women, except for right-wingers, the trans women. This is a non-issue that's being elevated as a real one. So that's peak. They're not doing it, but if they're doing it, it's good.
Right.
And then
they're doing it in legislation. That's the thing.
Right. And then, here is Emma Vigeland of Sam Cedar replied to this too.
Oh, really?
Saying, isn't your point contradictory? If that number is correct, that means that any aversion to inclusive language is marginal compared to policy sets. Democrats have been doing well electorally as well. Nobody's making voting decisions based on clumsy activist medical language.
Oh, that's another thing they keep saying. Yeah. It's like, it's medical language. You know, it's in the bill. It's medical language. Right. It's like, how's it a medical language when it's a fucking legal bill?
I know.
It's the law.
What helps the right here is ceding ground to them and not being proactive and reframing the debate around these phrases, which we have to do on behalf of this country's most marginalized groups. If people prefer inclusive language, shouldn't we listen and make the case for them? So essentially what she's saying is, I need to take, well, here's the problem. She's completely mask-on socialist at this point because she believes in all this woke garbage. So she's trying to make this bullshit argument that in order to defeat the right, we have to take all the garbage that leftist woke people peddle and just reframe it to win arguments.
Yeah.
That's essentially what she just said.
You have to basically trick. That's the problem with George Lakoff. You've never read George Lakoff, but George Lakoff basically convinces every single leftist that you just have to use the right string of words together and you're magically going to get right-wingers to adopt your policies.
Right.
Oh my God! Yes, you did. Look, you framed it in family terms, so now I'm totally on board.
Well,
it's just bullshit.
It's hilariously ironic because everyone that's responding to this is strawmanning the fuck out of Cenk. None of them's actually addressing his point. His point was, he's saying left-wing extremists help the right wing because, under his estimation, the majority of people in the country, according to polling, which you might not disagree with, which is fine. But according to Cenk's point, he believes that the majority of the country is in favor of left-wing economic policies, but all the hyper woke shit like defund the police, Latinx, birthing person, essentially just creates a culture war issue for the right to, hit the left over the head with and thus win elections based off of fighting the culture war,
right?
And thus not getting left-wing economic policies in place. That's Cenk's point.
Yes.
And no one's actually addressing that in these replies.
Because that point is just epic. You can't, there's no rebuttal to
because it's obviously true.
Right. You need to build a coalition.
Right.
Like it's to the point where, they hate centrists and moderates and independents so much that, they literally don't even want them to vote with them, even if they could win a policy fight, which is stupid. Stupid.
So I keep saying the socialists team up with the fascists far more than they team up with the liberals.
Oh yeah. They're both playing the same game. It's like the two divorce attorneys, working together to fleece the couple blind.
Oh wait, so Cenk and Emma got into a Twitter spat.
Oh, Emma? Oh, Emma's from Sam
Cedar. She was the one that read the tweet or wrote the tweet I just read out.
Oh, okay.
So Cenk responds by saying, Emma, I see leftists using this language, the birthing person language, outside of clinical context all the time. This new excuse that no one was using it anyways is bullshit. But I'm happy about it. If everyone wants to retire these terms to just clinical context, great, I agree. Of course. Emma responds by saying, I guess then the question is, why the repeated emphasis on this, especially when no examples of electoral fallout? Why do leftists have to bend language to appease the right?
Oh, she's saying you're giving in.
Oh my God. What a dishonest fucking person. Hasn't the TOIT mantra always been fighting and being the right into submission metaphorically? This is what they always do. The leftists will like try to beat some sort of new definition in, and then they say, why are you doing it? She's like, why do leftists have to bend language to appease the right? What are you talking about? You're the one that's trying to redefine the term fucking mother.
Yeah.
You're the one that took the term mother and you're like bending it and raking it over the coals and twisting it around to birthing person. Jesus. Why
do we have to look? We want to change the language and we want to hit the right wingers over the head with it. Why aren't you with us?
Yes. And then they accuse you if you're the one doing it.
Yeah.
God.
One sec.
Cenk responds by saying, now Cenk's one of those people, I hate people that do this. So Cenk automatically loses points. One of those people that replies to every reply with a quote tweet.
Oh, yeah. I only do that for special ones when I want people to like go beat up the person.
But that's the reason you want them to go beat up the person.
I feel like I probably shouldn't say that because that's like the secret.
But that's literally, you're being honest. That's literally the only reason anyone ever does it. There's no other reason to do it.
Quackademic Agent does that every single one.
I know. When we got on a Twitter spat, I made fun of. I called him out for doing it, and he threw a little hissy face, like, "You will not dictate the terms of our conversation."
Hold on.
I was like, okay.
Can you read a super chat? I'll be right back. It's just one thing I got to do, and then because I don't want to miss out any of this Tasty Jank drama. Okay. So
I'll read a super chat instead. You go.
I'll be right back.
Do whatever you're gonna. Anyway, Cenk continues. His response was, we didn't repeatedly emphasize anything. Anna posted the most innocuous tweet of all time, which now a lot of you are saying was perfectly normal. Then leftists lost their shit and started saying it was an attack against trans people. There's absolutely no question about who started this and made an enormous deal out of it. Everyone felt like they had to do a video explaining how they're more holy than us, when no real voters on the left agree with you at all. Please don't pretend now that we're the ones making a big deal out of it. Wow, I can't believe I'm agreeing with Cenk.
Cenk is being so based right now. I can't believe this.
I know, this is shocking.
Anna must be winning. Remember we were talking about how Anna was pulling away from the Young Turks? It sounds like she's winning some of those secret meetings in the boardroom.
I know. God, look at this. Look at this. Totally calling out Emma for being a total woke iron law of woke projection. 100%. Emma responds by saying, the repeated emphasis and reaction have been on social media. I can't speak to the segments you guys have done on the show. I'm not trying to be pure. I'm engaging with you, even though it's uncomfortable for me, because I love you guys. And I want TYT to be on the right side here.
Oh my God. Threatening him, throwing him out of the tribe.
Be on the right side. Ridiculous. Cenk said, good news. We're on the right side. Mission accomplished. Now let me talk to you in a patronizing way about all of your opinions I need to correct.
Oh my God. Cenk based again.
That's hilarious.
Slapping her in the face.
Right.
Listen, you petty bitch. Get off Twitter. Put the phone down.
Yep. Interesting. I can't believe they got all this fucking drama started from fucking Anna Kasparian saying how ridiculous it was for them to write birthing person.
I know, it's been going on for like weeks now.
I know. I can't believe it's still happening. Anna tweeted yesterday. She said, "LOL, the meltdowns over wanting to be referred to as a woman rather than a birthing person is pretty wild. I'll never apologize for that, especially as a biological woman who's had a fucking lifetime of being told I'm less than. I'm a woman. No apologies."
I retweeted that one. But I swear that was like a few days ago.
There you go. Oh, wait, here's the clip. Someone sent it to me, so I'll send it to you. This was someone said we should watch the whole podcast. It was that podcast I was trying to do.
I retweeted.
The Leftist Mafia.
I retweeted that when I said, shouldn't economic issues take precedent over language games? If the Democrats' main political concern is creating new non-offensive language, isn't it safe to assume that they're the party of the wealthy voters who are not facing any tangible or pressing economic concerns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, don't you like the subtext here is like, man, don't you? I thought you guys cared about economic issues. What the fuck? Anna responded, "That's right, Adam. Thank you."
Thank you. You want to see my new skirt?
I mean, I wouldn't say no, but
okay, bring up the video.
Where's the link?
I DM'd it to you.
Okay. DMs.
So the context to this is...
Oh my God, this show is so cringe.
I know. We have to watch it at some point.
I do cringe watch this show from time to time. I don't know about you.
I've never seen it before, this clip, so I'm excited. But the context for this...
This is like the Dum Dums. It's like...
This is... Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But the context for this is very funny because... So the lady in the clip, Olay, the bottom right, on Twitter, she tweeted out, "The internet is filled with hating-ass people, and no one can convince me otherwise." And then Anna responds to that by saying, "Oh, Olay, do you mean people who demand people cook their friends? Those kind of haters?" Laughing, crying emoji. Olay responded with a question mark, and then Anna dropped this video link.
Oh, no. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
And you should be able to mention those.
Hold on. Messed up. 3, 2, 1, go.
And you should be able to mention those without like having to classify it as, but you shouldn't get mad at her for this because of her history. No, I mean, no one's mad at her for her history.
I think it makes sense if you want her to change her mind and to understand what she did wrong. Because if it's just, if without that context, like, again, that's why it's important if you know her that you do include that context. Because she has to understand these disagreements are coming from an honest place, and we're not just doing it for clicks, right? Like that's so.
No, of course,
but that's not the same. That's not the same, though. That's not the same.
I have to say it. Oh my God, I have to say it. I like Anna, but I feel a little bit like this is the coddle the white lady hour. And you know why? And you know why? I thought this even earlier because before this, the Majority Report put out a thing too, and everybody else, and I was like, boy, everybody sure feels the need to trip over their fucking feet to come out to defend her for getting cooked when all of the people get cooked all the time. I have yet to watch a video of anybody defending me from getting fucking cooked. I've never seen it. I've never seen everybody come out. She has a lot of fucking bad takes, and then she gets cooked because she comes out unprovoked. She asks to be cooked. She got up today and she said, "Twitter, cook me."
Right.
She has yet to delete the tweet. I want to make it clear. She has yet to delete the fucking tweet.
She hasn't deleted it?
You know why? Because at the end of the day, she took a 106,000 like tweet. She didn't even get ratioed. She didn't even get ratioed. She'll be all right. All right. She didn't do it. Like, oh my God.
I saw that Majority Report video that went up. It's exactly what Emma said on the show earlier today. And when I heard Emma say it, I was like, Emma put it great. And then I saw them put it up with the title that says Anna Kasparian is not anti-trans. I'm like, that's not the point. Why are you putting that as the title of the video? That's not the point.
She's
this
not
is where
anti-trans.
and then
the concern. It was an anti-trans take.
The substance of the viewpoint, she is legitimized. You see what I'm saying? The conversation has just shifted to defend. Like everybody's conversation is about defending whether or not Anna is a TERF in her career and blah blah blah, rather than talking about the substance of what she put out and why that is offensive to legitimize and why it's a problem for
and being held responsible for it.
Thank you.
Like normalize large creators being called out and being like, "Oh shit, I was wrong." Like,
I love that Anna's just like, I'm done with these ankle biters. Like, out of my way.
Yes. But I like how there's no, it's very interesting because whenever we hear like the leftists talk about this stuff, notice how they never really talk about like this person is wrong and here's the philosophical reason why.
Of course
Right?
they don't. It's not about the substance of the argument.
Right. Or like, here's the moral reason why they're wrong. It's like, oh my God, a bunch of people called you out. Then you must be wrong. A bunch of people called you out.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, so what? So just because the majority of people, so the majority of leftist idiots agree on something, that makes it automatically right? Like, what the fuck is this argument?
Yeah.
Gosh.
That's a bad argument, man. That's the kind of argument that can lead down the road to slavery. It's a terrible argument.
I mean, Lance over here, like, if a bunch of people call a large content creator, they should be like, oh, I guess I was wrong. A bunch of people called me out. I should be totally audience captured.
Let me delete the tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for kicking me in the head.
The mob has spoken. Please don't step on me, mob. Let me lick your boot. It's like, oh my God. I mean, we all know Lance is totally spineless, but it's just like, jeez. Jeez. I could go back and watch that whole stream, see if there's anything interesting in it, anything juicy to cut out. And I like that this girl, Olay's, her big complaint is, well, when people drag me, I don't get defended, but they defend Anna. Maybe it's not because she has a way bigger platform.
Because she's white.
Or maybe that's not she's right. No, it's because she's white. It's a race issue.
Well, that's why she has a bigger platform.
Oh, of course.
Despite the fact that Lance there is like white as can be, and he has the smallest platform of all of them.
Right. Lance is so weird because he has like this massive Twitter presence, but like it doesn't translate onto YouTube at all.
His streams are like boring.
Yeah, they are terribly boring. And he had there's so many times where when we do like the kind of the omnibus videos where it's like, oh, everyone's reacting to something, let's watch a bunch of different reactions. There's always a Lance reaction, and I watch it and I'm like, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
It's like nothing to talk about.
I think he basically just copies other people's. He doesn't really go out and look for unique takes.
Right. I feel like the same thing of like Rational National. I think he's just so like
Rational National is vapid as can be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted to do like the intelligence hierarchy here just for fun. It's definitely like Lance at the bottom. I mean, Lance and Rational National. I mean, they're competing for that like 80 IQ spot, like right.
Oh my God. This is hilarious. I didn't notice it until Butters pointed it out. I'll send it to you, Adam. In the clip that Cenk was complaining about Lance, when he complained about Lance, he did the arm thing again.
No way.
I saw you a screenshot. He did the arm thing where he puts the arm behind his back and he does like the arm pump behind his back.
Yeah, one arm behind his back.
He did it. He did it in the Lance clip.
Oh my God. Oh, that's amazing. Cenk is quite the showman now. Now that he said so many base things, it's going to be difficult for me to not like him.
No, he's still terrible.
Look at that.
Still terrible. He's still
now
awful.
That's sanctimonious right there.
Right. There's your sanctimoniousness, yeah. No, Cenk's awful. And also they're just pissed off too because they get attacked a lot. Like they had the whole Jimmy Dore feud. So they probably just feel like constantly betrayed by everyone.
Well, Anna says it right. Like we've experienced this. Why can't people just have a professional relationship where they don't need to drag people on Twitter? Like they've literally promoted Lance. Lance has been on their show a dozen times or so.
Right.
Why is he doing this?
Well, I think it's two things. I think one, it's because sort of there's this drama environment where everyone feels compelled to talk about whatever like the drama of the day is. So I think that's a big element. And I think part of it is just an element of wokeness. I mean, the whole thing is, we talk, this has like been from like, day one of wokeness. Wokeness is just the purity spiraling. So
yeah, but
you know.
Lance could step up and say, "Listen, I work on the Young Turks occasionally. You know, they're allies of mine. I don't want to. I understand their perspective. Like, there's lots of things that you could say. Why does he just jump in and
If
say?"
Lance says that, then Olay looks at him and says, "You're a white racist cuck."
I guess you're right. Like, that's the big issue, isn't it?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
the issue.
Yep.
Oh my God. It's like completely structural. You're not able to, as a white person, you're just not able to defend any other white person.
No. Like if it was a minority, if Anna was like a black lady, they could say, "Oh, well, listen, you know, you could defend her, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could defend her, and it'd be okay because she suffered systemic oppression." But
Right,
Anna's fucking white, so who cares?
And Lance is white, so he's like,
And
well,
Lance
I
is
can't.
white, so
And
yeah.
I'm male, so he can't say anything. I
Right,
got
right.
the black woman here with her black woman backing her up. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, okay. I'm dead in the water here. I just need to sit here and laugh. Oh my God. Lance laughing in this clip is hilarious.
Right.
I'm just thinking, that's right, Lance. No more Young Turks for you. Hi, you just listened to a clip from the Sitch and Adams show. If you like what you heard, you can listen to our live show right here on this channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want, you can super chat us. We read $20 and up super chats on the show and then do a follow-up stream on the following Tuesday where we read the rest of the unread super chats and interact with fans of the show. Subscribe to this channel right here to listen to the live show or to listen to more of our awesome clips.